Welcome to the next episode. Welcome to the next episode of the 1212 podcast. We're in our new home. I want to give a special shout out before we start to Suter and Co, who myself and Tyrone are both drinking their coffees. What did you go for?
We cappuccino.
Cappuccino.
I don't usually get this luxury outside camp or in camp. I have to drink black coffees, but outside camp on the cappuccino.
A bit of cappuccino, and you've got the sugar or the sweeteners in there, do you?
There's about 5 sugars in it.
Me and Tyrone, you were at my house last week, and you says to me, like, I was making coffee, and I was like, I think it was the first time you came down to my house to record the first podcast, and you says to me, have you got any sweeteners for the coffee? And because you says like it was 50 calories per sugar, and I was all, no, I don't, sorry, and I was expecting you to go, no sugar then. And I go, so do you want sugar? And you go, aye, fucking 3. It's like, Jesus Christ.
See, when I'm in like shops and I'm pouring wee bags out, I had about 5 or 6 of them wee bags. It was a star to me.
Unbelievable.
It?
Yeah, special shout out for Suter and Co here in Hollywood, our new home for the next sort of, hopefully long term anyway.
We stepped it up.
We have. We've
out of your
hit the big time.
Your shed is freezing.
I know.
Like an icebox.
Touch your nipples. I bet you they're real soft right now, are they? Just you're nice and warm.
I don't have to wear my coat this week.
But yeah, special shout out to Suter Coffee. It's, if you want to check them out on Instagram, Suter Coffee 1111. That's 4 1s. But there's like dots in the middle of obviously his name, so it's like 1111. Is that because of that thing? They used to like make a wish or something. If
better not be about that. I swear to fuck.
Is that a wee bit?
I'll be boycotting Suter.
Really?
Nah, he's joking you.
We must text him and ask him about that.
It
what that's all about.
definitely is. That's 100% a right up Suter Street.
Because I know sometimes my wife would say to me, she's all, oh, it's 1111, make a wish.
I think girls have on their alarm 11:10. And then it goes off, and then
just
wait, 11, screenshot. Look, I just seen my phone. It's just saying.
Do you ever, like at 11 minutes past 9, say, hold on to your buildings? Do you? Because of like 9/11? No? I do that sometimes. So that's a good way to start the podcast anyway. Yeah, so we've decided that this is episode 4.
Yep.
What we're going to do is we're going to do 35 to 40 minutes from now on. Then we're going to sort of cap the end of the episode, and then we're going to run on for an extra 10 minutes, and that'll be exclusive for our... What do you call it, lads? Patreons? Patreonites? Patrons? Patrons.
The guys with the money, that's what I call them.
The guys with the money, yeah. They're pretty much...
The podcast snobs.
Yeah, snobcasters, we'll call them. So yeah, it's great to be in our new home. And are you still drunk? Are you hungover? Are you...
I had a heavy weekend there.
I'd well believe it.
Obviously, my stag, if you didn't know, was that weekend, and... Honestly, I'm too old for I was acting Billy Big Balls. Like when I was getting organised, they were like, "How long do you want to go for?" And I said, "They wanted to go for maybe a day and a half or something like that, just a wee quick visit somewhere." And I said, "No, fuck, this is my stag. I want 3 days. I want 3 nights." And I got the 3rd day, and I swear to God, I hit a brick wall. And I was just fucked. Made a fool of myself. My mate was boxing. That we went to Liverpool and Manchester. My friend was boxing, Tommy McCarthy.
And he's your best man?
He's my best.
You said originally, I think you said on the last episode, that he was in charge of the stag and he had booked like one night in Carlingford. And then you were like, fuck that.
Fuck you. I want it all. So
one night in Carlingford.
I went to Liverpool for a day and then Manchester for 2 nights. And honestly, it was just hard work. I went as weigh-in. It was away in at like 12 p.m, but I was blocked from the night before. I landed there. People were asking for photos and autographs and stuff, and I was pissed drunk, and they were just looking at me like, "This guy's supposed to be an athlete." And I was shouting shit, and I wouldn't be surprised if I'm dropped from a management company right now. Really? But it was a good time. I enjoyed myself. I mean,
can you remember much of it?
It's all blurred into one big jumble sale. And it was just a mess.
How many shots did you say you put away? Because what I seen on Instagram stories, it would have been at least 30 or 40.
Yeah, I love an L shot. I love.
What's your go-to?
Jägerbomb.
Jägerbomb.
I can't take any other shots. I'd be sick of it. I see if I seen a tequila in front of me, I'd be sick. Just the thought.
That's the whole licking salt and stuff, isn't it?
So that's too much effort for the shot anyway. Yeah. Down a shot, licking salt.
My first ever drink was a Jägerbomb. I know it wasn't Jagerbomb? No, Sambuca. My first ever taste of alcohol. I used to go to...
Fuck, that's a... You jumped
It's
in the deep
hardcore,
end.
isn't it? Yeah, big time. Because when I was like 15, 16, 17, all my mates would go for carryouts and we'd go to people's houses and I'd bring 2 litres of green milk and I'd just sit and drink green milk.
That's weird. That's more weird than anything. It's
So I was like
freak in the closet, bring green milk in the skin instead of can of
monkey
Coke.
bar kid like for years. And then it was like, do you know what? Let's go right to the top here. Give me a Sambuca.
And did you
Some
enjoy
step
it?
up. I can't remember. I was annihilated.
See, my first drink, I was a boxer, so I didn't drink for years and years, and started trying to hang out with girls and stuff, and they all were drinking. So I was like, "Fuck it, I may start drinking." I was always skint. I had no money, I had no jobs because I was a boxer. I went to my
No
ma's.
jobs.
Went to my cupboard and my ma's cupboard, and she didn't really drink. But every Christmas, people give wine or whatever, and I looked in the cupboard and I saw this thing look like a bottle of WKD to me, because I wasn't too bright on what drinks were, and it was peach schnapps.
Right.
Peach schnapps is about 20%, but I didn't look at the percentage. I went there and got my carried, and we're supposed to be drinking this and then going to like a nightclub after. So I'm drinking this, going, "Fuck me, how do people drink?" And I chugging it down, got through the litre bottle of peach schnapps. And I swear to God, the rest of the night I could not remember. I was poking everywhere. It was like access just everywhere. And this is the first time I met I'm getting married to this girl. First time I met her, and she was just looking at me, just being sick everywhere. And she carried me home, and I'm surprised I'm marrying her right now, because I was a messy night.
At least you know she's going to be with you through thick and thin. Like, that was definitely
do you know what?
through thin, wasn't it?
It was good that it started off with that, because I couldn't get any worse. So she saw me at my absolute peak worst, and she met me again. So
what's your first dance? Is it The Only Way Is Up?
So like it just got better and better for her, and she couldn't believe her luck after like date 3 or 4.
When I first started drinking, there was like there's a place in Lurgan, right? It's like a complex, and it used to be like a bowling alley and a cinema, and it was a bar, and there was this bar called the Hollywood Bar, and attached to it was like the nightclub that was all owned by the same person, and there was Zodiac's nightclub. But I was at this stage when I started drinking, I had keys and stuff to the cinema. I worked in the cinema, and I worked my way up into like a
cinema.
I was like a manager.
That's pretty
role.
balling there. So if you
was-
don't go to cinema, I'll open
Fucking
up for you.
brilliant. And you could just
Free
put movies on
popcorn
at
and
night and
everything.
stuff whenever you
Jesus.
wanted. It was class. Like, it was a really, and for 17 as well. So when I first started drinking, it was me and the projection.
Fingering all sorts of girls in the back
Projectionist.
of that cinema.
Do you know what? You wouldn't want to, because even sitting on one of the chairs, you would get an STD. It's fucking, it was riddled, like no joke. It was just, you look down, it was like red velvet seats, but it was just
Dead end, it was
stained
white-
everywhere.
white
It
velvet
was
seats.
horrific. Like the amount of kids in Lurgan, the way the Beckhams called their kid like Brooklyn, the amount of people in Lurgan who have called their child back row of fucking Centre Point Cinema. No joke, it was a shithole. But I used to get blocked, like, because I had first started drinking, and I couldn't hold my drink. Me and the projectionist used to go out after all the cinemas and all the films had ended, and we'd go into the bar and just get fucking hammered. But then, because I couldn't hold my drink, he would like sort of half hold me up and carry me back into the cinema, get the keys out of my pocket, bring me into the foyer, put the bin on the floor, put my head in the bin, and I'd just fucking sleep in the bin, boking all night while he went back into the disco, and then he'd come back and pick me up, and we'd just walk up the town and get a gravy chip.
Sounds like a great man, great friend you've got there.
I wonder what he's at right now. But yeah, good times. That was what, 21 years ago?
You're old as fuck.
Scary. I'm 40 next December.
You haven't got a grey hair in your head, but
I
what's
do.
that
I
about?
do. I'm surprised you haven't said, because on this side I think I've 2 or 3 wee strands. I keep pulling them out, but they keep growing back.
I have all sorts of grey hair, but I've a very stressful life.
As opposed to
Your carefree life. That
fuck
you just
off.
go to bars and tell jokes. I have to think about people beating me up.
Think about it. Yeah, you have to think about it.
No, get it done as well. Don't worry about that. I mean, imagine the stress you've got of me waking up everything when I had to get beat up today.
But then you imagine doing a wedding speech
No,
twice
you're
to
at a
3
wedding.
times a week.
Everyone pissed.
Yeah, but
could-
you
could
incorporate
tell
that into
you could tell them anything they'd laugh.
yeah, at a wedding, not in a comedy club. A comedy club, you
I don't know.
a minute.
When I go to a comedy club, I'm always expecting to laugh. So anything someone says, I laugh automatically. Like you say, "Oh, hello, it's Sean," and I burst out laughing. So I'm easily pleased. I'm just glad I got a night out.
What are you doing Friday night? I'm at Port Rush. You want to come down and I'll just tell you my
I wouldn't-
name
I
for
wouldn't-
half an hour?
Wouldn't go to Port Rush.
You wouldn't?
No, I wouldn't.
Why?
I'm more a Ballycastle man, a
Oh, yeah?
Portrush man. So
What-
if you're ever in Ballycastle,
What's in Ballycastle?
not much. Not much.
What brings you there? What's the
If I'm a fiance's family. They're from there, so they always go up and visit like a family and all that shit, and I just go for
Class.
the bars.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's why I like Ballycastle, because I don't see the family, don't see the kids, and I'm in a bar for the weekend.
Right. So you're
And I
not-
apologise, by the way, from a groggy voice here this weekend, because I was screaming like.
I thought you were going to apologize to your fucking future wife and
No, I'm
your,
not apologising.
your kids. No,
I'll be going to Ballycastle for probably more once I get married.
just honeymoon on your own in Ballycastle, and she's off in fucking Thailand.
I know. I can't wait to go to Thailand. Go to Thailand.
That would be unreal.
3
like.
weeks.
That's when you're going.
I was trying to work this out. My missus is a way to get her jobs for, I don't know what jobs, to get like Happy or something like that, and
Yeah.
a couple other jobs. And I haven't booked in to get jobs. I'm wondering, do they stop you getting in if you don't have these jobs?
I
Or
don't know if they stop you getting in. It probably stops you from dying if you get them, I think, or contracting something. But
I hate needles. I'm scared of needles, and I'm wondering, is it necessary to get them, or is it just like, oh, you need to get a job for COVID because you'll die if you get COVID? And it actually isn't true.
could we do a wee Google, lads? Is anyone free to Google for us there just to see?
Are they necessary? That's all I really want to know, because I really don't want to get them. I think I've left it too late anyway to order it,
Maybe.
because it's 3 weeks away, and then
And how long?
I can see myself dying now. I'm actually.
Yeah.
The closer I get to this holiday, the more and more, and I'm like, I'm
It-
going to get bit by some tarantula.
It's like
in the jungle.
mosquitoes and stuff, isn't it? Or what is it?
I don't know.
It's hardly the people. You wouldn't have nothing to worry about the people.
You never know. There's lady boys and everything right there.
Well, don't know if you get. Well,
You never
I
know.
don't know.
Me drunk, me a wee lady boy, I could get interesting. I know I'm on my honeymoon, like, but I think my girlfriend would be happy for me to,
Yeah.
yeah,
What would be your
Get
ladyboy
her a bit.
name? Can you think of a name?
lady boy name.
I would be Zoe Ballbag.
Zoe Potts.
That's what I would call myself.
You've had this
I've thought about
prepared.
this.
You've thought about what would my lady boy name be? Too much. Fuck, I don't know. Man, I'm stumped. Remember Mr. Man from Scary Movies? Was it Scary Movies? Mr. Man. He was like a
Don't know.
principal or something. Yeah, and there was a woman.
Oh, yeah,
and he
yeah,
had
yeah.
Shot a ball bag.
Big cock and balls on him.
But no, I haven't really thought about what my lady boy name would be.
Have a wee think. Have a wee think. Tell me towards the end of the episode.
So, did you get up to any gigs this weekend?
Yeah, I was gigging up in the Millennium Forum in Derry for a big load of farmers. So it was good fun. The Young Farmers Association.
Say, farmers are pretty easy to gig for.
Yeah, I just went out and just sort of slagged them from the
Yeah,
start. I
that's
was
what I
like,
mean,
"Do you know,
there's a lot.
there's a few rules and all. Do like
Just
take
an-
the straw out of your mouth before you laugh. It's
That's
a choking
another
hazard.
story about my stag. So my mates all know it's hard to embarrass me. Like I'm a man that, like, you could dress me up in anything and I wouldn't give a fuck. But I don't know. I love to wear like stylish stuff and all when I'm going out, and I'm known for what I wear and stuff. And so they were geniuses. And what they dressed me up was a fucking culty farmer. So I look normal. I don't look like I'm on a stag. I look like I literally just dressed in crotch hat gear. I had a big
Fucking
fucking
hell.
crotch hat belt, fucking cross hat t-shirt, big fucking stupid jeans and a pair of boots. And I was just sitting there the whole day in Liverpool looking like a complete culty. And I was fucking scundered the whole day. It was genius from him. It was absolutely,
yeah.
if I was dressed in a tutu, everyone knew it was my stag. Man, oh, that's a stag, funny. But no, there's
It's
a farmer
just shit clothes.
that just dresses like a complete idiot.
Did you feel comfortable wearing
I
them? No.
didn't. No, I didn't. I was scundered the whole day. Because I'd seen people looking at me, like,
You had
I'd
the
walk-
t-shirt tucked in too, didn't you?
I was walking through the airport and people were just looking at me like, look at that culty bastard. And I was expecting not to get into a lot of places and stuff like that. But they let me get off the gear at about 9 p.m. to go to a proper place, or I wouldn't get in.
Yeah.
I looked like a complete idiot. And then did you see when I was walking through the airport, they done the speaker in the bag and started playing the sex
Yeah.
noises? Fuck me.
That must have been embarrassing.
I was just standing there now. I was just a wee low hang. I was like, the fuck, but I had watched something like a week before and it was the same thing. And I went, and cunts. But it wasn't that loud because it's buried under someone's clothes. I was throwing all my clothes out, trying to find it. And once I started getting a few clothes out, it was getting louder and louder. Kids all turning around, and it's big red face. I left. This is how bad I wasn't how much embarrassed. There's a clothes hanger in my bag. I lifted that out. You see me lift it out and listened to it to see if that was the speaker. And then it wasn't the speaker. Threw that away and then threw a pair of glasses cases away. I finally got it. Fuck me, I was embarrassed. It was loud as fuck. Everyone was just staring at me, and the airport was fucking packed. But it was a good prank.
You see those videos all the time, though, don't you? And you almost roll your eyes, and then you scroll on to the next one. Yeah. But then when you're out in public, it's a different story, isn't it?
It is. I was scundered.
I know.
I don't get embarrassed that much, but we kids staring at me and there's sex noises going on, like something I don't really want to have.
And the thing is, too, there's a porn star somewhere in the world being like, that's my wee raid.
I would love to know who that porn star is.
I know.
She's the most famous porn star there is.
Yeah.
And no one even knows her face.
That's something you could Google.
You'd think they would change the sex noises up. Like,
it's the same one.
It's the same one every time. It's like,
I know.
Kind of that has to be the one.
Even a man's big fucking grunt, like that'd be good, like. I mean, just it'd be different. It would
no, you said good.
Good. Let's rewind that. It'd be unique. It'd be unique. I found out recently that from talking to my daughter in the car, like my daughter just turned 1 there, and she hardly says a word, but when I do animal noises, she's almost like loving it.
You're going to say when I do man grunting noises,
she loves it. She loves it.
The car trying to come down.
Stop at traffic lights and you're fucking your daughter in the back. No, but I can actually do some really good animal noises.
Yeah,
like that's what I realised last week. What do you want?
I don't know. Giraffe.
Oh, fuck off. Nobody knows what noise a giraffe makes.
What does a giraffe make?
I don't know. I could do, what can I do? I can give you a good rooster.
Go.
Do you want a rooster? Are you ready? I'll sit back a bit because it'll probably be quite loud, right? Yeah. Here we go. What do you see?
That's not bad.
Is that all right?
No, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
We should do like animal top trumps where we try and beat each other at animal noises.
I'm terrible at everything that takes a skill.
Do a giraffe.
Except for, not even boxing as well. What?
Do a giraffe.
I don't know what a giraffe does.
That's a wee camp giraffe just looking over a bush.
I don't know. What can I do? Let me think. A dog, maybe?
Go. No, you can't do a
dog.
No,
I can't do a dog. Bad at every single one. What else can you do?
What else can I do?
A whale?
I can do I could do an elephant.
You said it with such confidence, like you could do every name one.
I know, but you're giving me animals that don't make noise.
A whale makes noise.
A whale just fucking pisses out its back.
No, a whale does.
What does a whale do?
I forget, but it's like a sonar kind of put loud.
Like that's like a dolphin, isn't it?
That's completely. That's that terrible dolphin as well.
Maybe I can't do as many as I thought.
You can do one animal noise.
Very much. I regret bringing this up now. I should have just said nothing. My daughter likes them. That's the main thing. That's what this is really about. So Tommy McCarthy got beat.
Yeah, that was a bit of brunt, wasn't it? What about Jamaican beats?
No, I'm continuing on.
No, you just.
I interrupted the story with my.
Look here, Jamaican beat.
Animal noises.
But yes, I did a beat, and
was it a good fight?
What
Was it a good fight?
It was a good fight, but I don't know. He just didn't do as well as he should have done. I think Chris Smith, who got beat by, he's okay, and Tommy's a lot better than him boxing wise. And I don't know, he just didn't turn up on the night. He looked like he was tired, and he was just wildly swinging and stuff. And it was annoying to watch because I know how good Tommy McCarthy is. Obviously, I'm not going to say he ruined the stag, but he ruined the stag. So
by losing,
my best man just lost. I mean, he's supposed to come out after, and we're supposed to have victory paints, and it was supposed to be a great time, but really he was deflated. He deflated the whole stag.
Fuck's sake.
It's frustrating for him because he is much better than he was at, and then it's just hard. Like I was talking to him after, and it's just you hate seeing your mates. Like, you don't know what they're going. I've obviously got beaten. I just got beaten my last fight, but you don't know what you're going to do after. Like, do you have to go and you have to rebuild and fight? Like, you're fighting journeyman after you have to find at least about 2 or 3 journeymen to get the level where you want to be and getting decent money for it again. And you're away from your kids for 10 weeks at a time while you're fighting journeymen. Is it worth it? Like the rebuilding process is a very annoying process. So I just see him talking about that, and I'm like, fuck, he's depressed. And you do see, you don't know, like, see the depression you have after getting beat. It's like, no, when I got beat there, I wasn't too depressed because the guy I fought was #1 in the world. He's an absolute killer. So I mean, I was like near 10-1 the fight before the fight, so it wasn't too depressing. But when you're fighting someone that maybe you should beat or is a very even fight and you get beat, the depression you have is brutal.
Was it in his opponent's home turf though? Was it?
No, it was.
Not
He's
even?
from London.
Right.
Obviously, he's from Belfast. So
This was in Manchester, wasn't
Manchester, so it was like neutral grounds. I mean, I think there was more people there for Tommy than there was for him. And they're both same on I think he's same on Matchroom. I think he is both same on Matchroom. So it wasn't really any home advantage or anything like that. So yeah, I just feel like he's gonna be. He's already Jamaican now, so he's probably loving life now. But once he comes home and reality sinks in, he'll be hard to talk to for a while.
You could always fight a YouTuber.
Yeah, you'd make some money. You can be the YouTuber.
It could be, yeah. You could I would build his confidence, fucking battering me, wouldn't it?
Dave Elliott, maybe.
I
mean, they're about the same weight.
Are they? Right, that's interesting. Now we could maybe set that up, couldn't we? We could.
Yeah, maybe you
on the Patreon.
Him beat David Elliott.
Sounds good. Yeah. We're the main event, obviously.
Obviously,
it's our podcast. Like,
I'm the big name here. I'm the big draw.
2 words: Jake Paul.
You see if you fought him, he's actually. Do you know what? People slag Pauls and
he's doing a lot for the fighting world. Like he
does
really
a lot.
is.
He's doing, but see Logan Paul, he's living his best fucking life. Like he just fought in WWE.
Yeah,
he looked fucking unbelievable doing it as well. Like he looked like a proper wrestler.
Yeah, he did.
He's fought Mayweather. He's going about, I don't know, doing all sorts of shit. He's got a £1 million Pokemon attached to his chain. He's living life.
Yeah,
and everyone's slating him. And I'd love to be the man. I mean, it's like he's loving life. But Jake Paul, I mean, you fight him, you're getting your biggest payday by far. Like, you're getting a couple of million.
Get at least. Oh, is that what you would get? A couple of million?
Like I think the last person to fought him got like 2 million or 3 million.
Was that Tyrone McKenna? Was
so.
it? Would you fight him?
Obviously.
Yeah. But I mean, if there was no money involved, would you fight? Do you think you could beat him?
I'll beat him for it.
Yeah.
Do you know what? He's way bigger than me. Like he could hurt me, but nah, I'd batter him. Like I always watch him like sparring and stuff. I'm like, oh, he looks alright, but he's sparring shit. But see when he's watching him shadowboxing, actually you look and hitting bags and stuff, and you see him, you're like, he's terrible.
Really?
You just see.
I thought you were going to say the opposite.
No, he's really bad.
Good.
Him and his brother are really bad at doing like hitting the bags, hitting pads, hitting shadowboxing and stuff like that. But when they're in fights, they look alright, but they're fighting shit.
Nobody's.
Yeah, I mean, Jake Paul is doing well. Do you know what the thing is? They're training their bodies off. So everyone's going, they don't deserve.
Because they've fuck all else to do.
They've got the best team around them. They've got an unbelievable team around them, and they've got the money to get the best nutritionists, the best everything, strength and conditioning coaches and stuff like that. So they've got an unbelievable team around them. We've got an unbelievable work ethic, and they're training their bodies off, and so they're just going to get better and better and better until they're actually fucking pretty good. I mean, Conor Ben at the weekend, he's fighting, and see at the start of his career, he was terrible. He was just known because his dad was Nigel Ben, who's
is that who he is?
His famous world champion back in the day. He's loved in UK, and so everyone knew him, and he tried to emulate his daddy. Never boxed before, jumped in, was absolutely shit, but because he had money, he was getting the best coaching, he's getting the best sparring, he was travelling about, getting everything done for him, and now he's fucking unbelievable. So
that's mad.
I think just a bit of work ethic and you're sweet.
Do you feel low at shit though that coming like from a famous dad who's in the same business, do like the Eubank and there's so many of them.
It annoys me. It does sound annoying that say I boxed since I was 8 years old, and I've had to work my way up to where I am just on my own back, on my own merit, and then you see like say Campbell Hatton just bounced in there, and I've heard he's getting fucking insane money for sponsorships and class money for fights, and he's getting prime time on the big shows. There's like he's dirt, but his dad is Ricky Hatton.
It's a popularity contest, isn't it?
It just shows you what a like. That's just why Jake Paul and Logan Paul are so big, and people are just complaining, oh, they're getting paid so much money when I've been boxing for 20 years and I can pay that. But have you got 2 million people following you or 3 million people following you? Like you have to be popular.
I know.
I mean, that's the main thing in boxing.
That's the future, I think, as well. I think everything is just now a big popularity contest. Look at Trump, do you know what I mean? Who nothing to do with politics. The next thing he's American president. I think
He's a real intelligent.
He is, yeah. But the world, I think, is going. That doesn't matter. The world is going to that fucking like. Look at all these Love Island people, and they're coming out of the villa or the house or whatever they're staying in, and they're 3 or 4 million followers, and their life's set from what? Just from going to the gym and looking good. Do you know what I mean? It's like no talent and. The Kardashians, look at it's in the future. It's boxing. I think is going to turn into celebrity versus celebrity, and that's who the boxers are going to be.
It's getting there more and more that there's actually just shows celebrity v celebrity now. If it's,
that's what the money is.
I could see Will Smith soon fighting Chris Rock,
big time.
That'll be the next big event, and it just I don't know. It just sometimes it discredits and makes it look bad, boxing bad. But then again, it gets a lot of people watching it as well. So,
do you think that audience will then come into mainstream boxing?
I don't know. They watch the undercard, and maybe if I'm on that undercard, they'll go, I know Tyrone McKenna, he fought Jake Paul's undercard, but I don't think they'll actually watch any more fights.
Yeah.
But Instagram is and all that shit. If you got loads of followers and that, you're gonna do well in the sport.
Yeah. It's the same in like the acting world and comedy and stuff now too. It's like when casting agents are casting for shows now, they go to your Instagram and see how many followers you have. Whereas it never used to be that. It used to be, right, let's look at everybody's tapes. Let's narrow it down to you have to be 5'10" with fucking blue eyes and brown hair. Do you know what I mean? And now it's just like how many followers do you have?
Fuck, then you're 5'7".
I'm 5'11", you cheeky bastard. What are you, 6 something?
6'1". Nearly 6'2".
Nearly 6'2".
Yeah.
You still going through puberty? You hoping to reach it someday?
I hope so. Nah, fuck. I'm too skinny to be. I look like a rake walking down the street. So no, I don't want to grow any bigger.
Yeah.
Well, I feel when I retire from boxing, I'm going to be a mess because I put on weight so much pretty quickly after fights. Like,
but is that not because you've starved yourself for so long? Whereas obviously when you retire, you'll not be starving yourself.
I'm a mess. Like I like to drink and eat shit all day, every day. I don't know if that's because I do eat it so healthy during camp, and then after I'm like, fuck this, I'm eating this, I'm eating that. Like, it's just non-stop shit I'm eating. I don't know whether the normal folk just go around and have a wee salad here because they want to. I don't know if that happens, does it?
Nah, I don't think anyone wants to eat a salad.
Or they eat healthier because they're content with I don't know, eating all right. But when I'm out of camp, I'm eating Chinese after Chinese and pizza and drinking. Do you know how much calories are in a bottle of fucking Baileys?
There's a lot, isn't it? It's like full cream, isn't it?
I know the calories of everything. 3,000. I can have three Chineses for a fucking bottle of Baileys. And when I get a bottle of Baileys, it's not just a bottle of Baileys I'm drinking. I'm getting like 6 or 7 cans of fucking beer and a bottle of Baileys. And then you're getting the Chinese after that because you're blocked. That's a heavy day's count.
That is, yeah.
So
that's a lot.
I'd say after boxing, I'm going to be pretty fat.
Fucking
Like,
hell.
From my fight was 4 weeks ago. I was 10 stone and I'm near 12.5 stone. So that's 2.5 stone in a month.
Fuck.
Imagine I took another month off. Fuck. And I've got a wedding and a fucking honeymoon coming up.
No. Are you doing anything in the build up to your wedding?
Oh, well, I decided 2 weeks ago, I was dieting and I was kind of training, and I said to myself, what am I doing? Like, I've got the stag coming up and we've got a wedding coming up. Or I've got the stag coming up. Me and I had a wedding right after the stag. And I said, you know what, I'll just wait till after that because I'm just going to rip a whole of it anyway. So today is supposed to be my
Day one
till the wedding. The wedding's 3 weeks away, and then
with a cappuccino and 7 sugar.
Do you know what?
That's a good start.
I was drunk last week. I mailed my mate from Thailand. I was like, I'm going to Thailand. 'Cause he trains Peter Yan. I don't know if you know Peter Yan in UFC.
Yeah.
So he trains him out there. It's like, organised training sessions and all out there. Big regret now. And I know for a fact when I get to Thailand, I ain't going to be nowhere near a gym. But so I've organised training out in Thailand now. So we'll see how it goes. But The only thing I'm worried about is usually I fight the start of August, and like after Thailand, it's only 8 weeks to August, and trying to get like three stone off in 8 weeks is it's a lot, especially when you're not that fucking fat. So yeah, so I'm just trying to think bit of damage control. So 3 weeks of eating healthy now, hopefully.
Yeah, it's back
I
to
just
the
had a
back to the
cappuccino.
diet Baileys then.
A diet
The
Baileys.
rest
Do
of
you know
camp.
what? How good would I love red wine. How good would like wine zero be? Like they've made out all these. They've made I don't know a 300-ton metal object fly in the sky. They've landed in the moon. They've got Coke Zero. They've done all these amazing things, but haven't got wine zero yet.
Yeah.
It's just made from grapes. Like I suppose grapes might be sugar, but come on, there's
And
gotta
they
be
sort
there's
that
gotta be an option. There's gotta be something there where there's drink is alcohol zero. I would
Bound to
be
be.
a massive. That's $1 million idea right there. $1 million idea.
Someone watching this is in a lab right now mixing grapes and fucking
It's actually
Coke Zero
I
and
have a wee
stuff.
notebook of $1 million ideas. It's in it. I haven't quite found the logistics of it or how I'm going to master it. But
So in other words, you're just drinking wine, feeling really fat, and you're just like, I'm gonna write this idea down here. Just that's pretty much it.
But wine's the best. If anyone's drinking out there, wine is probably the best one for it because it gets you drunk. It's only 650 calories a bottle. Bottle and a half.
then look
bottle
at-
and a half for anyone's.
Mojitos, I'd have mojitos every now and again. It's like sugar-free lemon and lime, fizzy lemon and lime with vodka,
That's
and then like freshly squeezed lime and mint
That'll be
mint leaves.
a drink if we're going to Kremlin though, rather than.
Kremlin's a good spot. Me and Zoe Ballbag just having a great time.
Nah, the mojitos you can't just drink. You can have one mojito maybe. and
No,
then
you
you're like,
can't. You can have about fucking 10. You're trolleyed.
They're sick. You're sickening.
Nah,
Sickening drink.
you're drinking the wrong thing.
Listen, I'm going to get out the $1 million idea. I'm going to run through a few $1 million ideas for you.
Oh, you have loads, do you?
Yeah. Obviously, once boxing's over, I'm pretty elated here.
You see, white wine zero, fucking Bailey zero.
Right.
What do you got? You have some list.
I do. All right, this is one. Probably can't happen either, but a pill that prolongs you coming. Because I'm quite quick in the sack.
Right.
As I say, slow on the track, quick in the sack is my motto because I'm a pretty slow runner. Jack, that could happen.
I mean, you could just fucking listen to Susan Boyle or something, or picture your granny naked,
I don't-
stuff like that. No,
It doesn't work for me. I've tried all this.
right.
I was going to go too far.
No, keep going.
Right. Cans of Coke. This probably sounds stupid. Cans of Coke that have an open and closed lid. I like a can of Coke,
That's a bottle.
but I like the can. So I want a screw top can. I mean, not that fucking hard. I want another thing. Right, a pot noodle mobile van that comes out of your street. You know, like van shops coming in your street, like the ice cream shop, but a pot noodle. Because I love pot noodles, but I couldn't really be fucked making them. I mean, the way siren, doo-loo-loo, and you
his
watch the
name's-
pot noodle van.
And his name's Pot Noodle.
That's a pot noodle.
He just drives around fucking
They're
West
fat.
Belfast all day. What kind of music would he play? Do you know the way ice cream vans like Match of the Day? Fuck, that's brilliant.
Right.
Everybody was kung fu. Ding, 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 ding. You go ahead and get your fucking.
I'm going to leave the rest for future episodes.
Okay, sounds good.
Keep
Were
you
you
insist-
looking through that going, what are the best here that I can share? Or were you
No,
just going
they're
down the
all
list?
good. They're all good. I picked anyone randomly. They're all pretty much $1 million ideas.
Right.
Yes.
Mobile pot noodle van's fucking brilliant.
What's your favorite pot noodle? Do you like pot noodles?
Yeah.
Okay.
I prefer, do you know what there is now? Super noodles in a pot.
Don't-
I had one yesterday. Lovely.
No.
80p or something.
No. I think again in calories there is one called a Naked. They're called Naked brand, and they're only very little calories. They're unbelievable. But pot noodles are the one. Bombay Bob Boys, black
Massive
pot noodle, couple of rounds of bread.
salto The salt in them's horrific.
Don't fat shame. It's not what I want to hear.
All right. That's
But listen,
unbelievable.
pot noodles,
Fair play to you.
black ones, boom.
gonna-
Night sorted.
I'm going to have to start devising my list of things that are 100% going to happen in the future because I have loads of them, mostly in my head.
Well,
But-
it is one.
So to give you one, right?
Mm.
In the future, maybe I'm going to say 20 to 30 years from now,
Mm.
we're all going to be sitting on a recliner. There's going to be a toilet where you just fucking press a button and it just
Hold
goes.
on. Sorry. A recliner and you just float about, do you?
Nope, you just sit in your chair all day and everything gets done around you.
'Cause
See if
that
you want a
just sounds
McDonald's, you
like-
fucking.
That just sounds like you just ripped off the whole concept of Wall-E.
Never seen
film.
it. Never seen it.
Well,
What
you
happens in
need to
Wall-E?
see it. They're
It's a
floating
robot,
about
isn't it?
Yeah, but all humans are floating about in the recliners and they don't move.
Right,
They're
right.
all fat because they haven't left the recliners. And
Yeah.
So you basically just
Well, I've never seen it, so my conscience is clear in terms of like stealing an idea. But I know where you're
great
coming from.
film as
It's
well.
like,
Like, I
is
can't
it?
believe you haven't watched it. It's a great film.
I don't watch
Wall-E.
cartoons. Like I don't.
You don't like cartoon films?
My mates are all like, "Oh, see Family Guy," and I'm like, "No, I kiss girls and all." You know,
Kiss girls.
I don't do all that shit. You know, I
All right, you calm
fucking
down.
watching
Taking me
cartoons.
fingering people in the back of the fucking cinema. I finger people. I don't watch the film.
But yeah, I think people are going to sit in a recliner, right? Everything's going to be around you. You're going to have a big headset on, and you're just going to
Literally is.
Swear to God.
Wall-E.
Is that what it is?
Completely it.
But then to go more away from Wall-E and make it more adult, like say even watching porn and stuff, you're going to have a contraption that's going to, you're going to have to fit, everything's going to be felt, you know, you're going to be wearing gloves or a suit or something and there's going to be pressure.
Also, there is virtual reality headsets now.
Yeah, just headsets, but I'm thinking,
But
I'm thinking you've all
the
the
metaverse.
feeling.
Sorry, Mark Zuckerberg over there. The metaverse you're talking about, is it?
Yeah, that's pretty much what's going to, that's the future. Yeah.
You're a genius.
And then a pot noodle van comes around the corner.
Pot noodle, come here.
I've always thought of having an ice cream van, right? But one that sells like milk and bread and newspapers and stuff. Do you think that'd be good?
I don't know if you're serious or not.
Is this in Wally?
No. Do you not have van shops in Lurgan?
No. Van shops?
Ah, there's mobile
No.
shops that drive around every street. And
Never
they
heard of
sell,
it.
they sell ice cream and they sell bread, they sell milk, they sell.
No. Blue movies and all?
They used to. They used to sell the fake movies.
I swear I've never heard of that before.
Have you not?
No, we've
Lurgan
only
didn't
had
have it?
ice cream van comes around our street, but I always thought, like,
Used to
wouldn't it be
going
great if...
boom, boom, boom. And then you go out and you go out with your 50p and get a mix up.
Class. Didn't know that existed. I swear to God, I didn't know.
I'm throwing out there. My $1 million ideas might be a bit stupid, but yours have all already been done. You're going to sell it. There's this contraption you put around your wrist and it tells you what time of the day it is.
Yeah.
You
Maybe
need-
I'm living in the 80s or something. I
You
don't
can
know.
step up your ideas.
I'll tell you another one, right? You have this
A
thing in-
TV, and it shows you what people are doing.
pretty much, right? But the picture of this TV, right? And you set it there. But do you know the way like Tupac at Coachella was like a hologram?
Yep.
That's what the football match is. So rather than you watching the TV, you're watching 22
that has-
holograms
That hasn't been
in
done
the middle of your
before.
coffee table,
That'd be decent.
wouldn't it?
Uh,
So instead of watching the TV, you're
You're
watching
watching
the
the-
actual match, but they're like small.
That's pretty good, I
characters.
like it.
Isn't that fucking good?
it is good.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that could happen.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can see that happening. You know,
Yeah.
you just got a table, turn on the table there, boom,
Yeah.
and you're watching the match.
Yeah. Porn as well. Just two people going at it. Wee tiny
Your
figures.
missus walks in, you're raiding the table.
Just wee dick holes the whole way around. It starts off a wee tiny one that goes all the way just the big fucking massive ones. And you just go to whatever side of the table it fits. Like a glory hole.
Oh, fuck.
There you go. The glory table.
That's good ideas.
Yeah.
That's
Do you like that
one
one?
of your better ones.
I've loads. I'm going
Yeah.
to start writing them down and we'll do a couple of yours every week, a couple of mine.
Well, you can't beat my ones. Mine are legit. I've actually got one in production.
Have you?
I had
Is this the one you were telling me about?
Yeah. I
Is
think
it
so.
still under wraps or are you allowed to talk about it?
We can talk about it.
Right.
So this is Stout and About. This is the one I was telling you, was it?
Yeah.
Stout and About.
Great name.
Yeah.
Love
and, it's a Guinness app where, say I go to Cork and I want, well, it's a user app, so you go into a pub, any user has it, they take a picture of the Guinness, and they rate it from 1 to 5, 1 to 10, whatever it is. And all the users combined, blah, 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 it gives it a score, an average score. So say I go to Cork and I'm like, fuck, I love a Guinness. I just put in the app, where's the best Guinness closest to me? Like if you have the top 5 Guinnesses around your area, and you go in, you can enjoy it. I go over there and love it. I didn't touch. I'm a Guinness drinker. Didn't touch the Guinness because you wouldn't touch the Guinness in England. But
Is that what it is? The reputation, is it?
it's just a reputation now. So if I'm in England and I go and it's out and about up, I say, where's the best Guinness near me? Boom, tells me this one's 4.5 out of 5. I'm going to go, right, I'll trust you. Boom, I'll rate it myself and see what
Great idea.
it is.
It is, aye.
And then from that, once it gets absolute massive and millionaire, I'm going to use it and do stout and about tours. So every city has a tour bus, and it takes you to the top 5 Guinness in the city, and tells you a bit about the war. I mean, you go to Biddles in Belfast, and it tells you a bit of the history. I mean, that's
brilliant.
I'm telling you,
You've done your research.
Rich.
Yeah.
Love it.
Have you?
I've been thinking about retirement in boxing, just living off the back ice.
Yeah, that'd be class. And where in Belfast is the best pint? I think we might have talked about this before, have we?
Don't know, but the best pint's Biddles. by
Biddles
far.
is the best
Easy.
pint of Guinness.
Well, no, there's a difference between city centre and then from where you're from. So
Right.
city centre ways, Biddles all day. Maybe Biddles is the best in Belfast, but definitely in city centre. Maybe PD is the best in West Belfast.
We'll have to get you down to Lurgan to sample a few Guinness down there.
Sort of nice.
I'd say that'd be good. I don't drink Guinness. I couldn't tell you. Tell you what the mojitos are like though. A wee umbrella and all in them. They're lovely. You go outside and you're fucking
Where's the best mojito?
in my house,
In your house?
just
Fuck
in my
you.
kitchen. Yeah,
That's a bit of effort.
like it's not too bad. Like, see, when you're married and all too, like my wife
wanna
does
be
it
in
most
these-
of the time. Joe, I'm all
Really?
like, I get confused when to put in. So fucking I'll do it.
My
And then you
missus,
just-
she works in a bar, so that's my actually.
You're sorted.
Yours is your job.
Yeah.
If you need me to punch anyone, I'll punch them. But but you're making the mojitos.
Yeah.
Well.
I think that's a perfect time to wrap it up because I think we're running out of time as well, and we want to do an extra wee bit for our patrons, patrons.
Not really that hard of a word, to be honest.
I know, but it's
She really stumped on
it's
it.
a new word though, isn't it? And I've never been on Patreon before, so I don't know what people are called.
Patreon?
I know, but they're saying it's patrons, aren't you?
Patreon?
Yeah, it's called
Patreon,
Patreon, but
is
they're
it?
people who sign up are
Okay.
called
Well,
patrons.
We'll just call them the snobs. We'll have a bit of action for the snobs.
Snobs.
After.
Yeah, the Snobcast we'll
The
call it.
Snobcast.
Yeah.
Snobcast coming up.
Yeah, so thanks for listening. This is episode 4, we think. Patreon.com/1212 podcast, all one word. And the tiers are £3 a month, £5 a month, or £10 a month. And £10 a month, you're going to drive around to their street with a pot noodle for them.
100%. I used to call myself Stouter Claus. Because during lockdown, I was the only guy in the street that had a big keg of Guinness in my this is as much of an alcoholic guy I am. Big keg of Guinness and a Guinness pump. And I just call around the houses and pour Guinness for everyone. Walk around, people were I put it up on Instagram, people were messing me out of the woodwork. Oh, are you still doing that?
Fucking hell.
I was walking around all the streets giving them Guinness.
Stouts out.
I felt like a legend. People
Yeah.
started calling me Stout Claus. There's a big banner, a big billboard of me, and people were loving me. I was a more or less a saint around West Belfast now.
Yeah, like Danny, champion of the world. Just you fucking selling Guinness.
I wasn't
Unbelievable.
selling it. I was just giving it away.
Just giving it away?
Yeah,
Ah, fuck. Missed a trick there.
they did.
Right, so that's it for this episode. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll be back next Wednesday with another episode for you.